Welcome to Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you're into interior design, you'll love it here. I'm Suzanne, an interior designer and your hostess. In this video, we have Pottery Barn dupes, crate and barrel dupes, a pop-in where I was shopping at home and I wanted to show you a few Pottery Barn-esque items there. And then I bought a few things for my home lately. Some I've mentioned and some you haven't seen before. Some are follow-ups, and then I wanted to show you a fun new item that I thought you might also like. And we'll see. All right, let's jump into it. We are going to start with this design find that I found for my own home, and it is so inexpensive but has a really great design impact. It's also a dupe for another sconce. So these are my pair of sconces from Amazon. You get 2 for $22, and I bought 4 of them, and I needed something for these slender areas between windows. I'm interrupting the video right here because I was afraid you could potentially get judgy about my living room. The painting that you're looking at on the right is something that I'm working on for the space that is in between the windows. I literally took it off of the wall this week and just started painting on it. So there is a gaping design hole in the middle of that room, and now you know why. And I was going to put slender art, but I have a lot of paintings going on in the space, and I just thought it might be overkill, and I just wanted something to have an impact that was modern, sleek, and a nice addition, and something that splits up all of this, light color, linen color look that I have going all around. These are a great dupe for a very popular sconce. It's a bestseller at CB2. It's their Ripple Bronze Wall Sconce. It does have ripples. It's thicker, much higher quality, okay? But they're $69.95 each. And I love those, but I wanted to spend less and just see what was happening and how these would look. So I wonder if you like them too. You know how you buy something and you're just thrilled and excited to get it going? Well, that's how I felt about these this week, so I did want to share. Here is Pottery Barn's brand new palm tree embroidered outdoor pillow, and it's already on sale for $61.99, and that is for the entire pillow. Now, this one, theirs is 18 by 18, I believe, and I found a dupe for it, which actually I think is indoor-outdoor, so you could use this in the summertime inside. And with my dupe, you're getting the 20 by 20 size, which is more designer size, and it's $10.99 for 2 covers. You're not getting the pillows. But I think a lot of people like that for environmental reasons. Whatever you prefer, I hope that this does suit your needs. And I have this shown in navy, but they do have other colors. If you wanted to check all of that out, there is a link. And everything in the video is linked, by the way. New for summer, these are the artisan rope vases from Pottery Barn. There is a 10 1/4 inch tall one. That's the smaller one. That's $99. And then the taller, which is 15 inches, is $129. I haven't featured these before, even though they were in the summer lookbook that I released 2 weeks ago, because I haven't been able to find a great dupe for them. But I worked on it this week and I found an option for you. But I also have some info about this, so let's share that first. Let's go in the opposite direction than the norm, and I wanted to share with you that the vases from Pottery Barn, which are $99 and $129, I forget exact, but those are actually a fabulous price because artisan vases like those are a lot more expensive, and I'm showing you a version of that now. This one isn't meant to be a rope. That's supposed to be twisty vines, so it's different. I'm just showing you that a similar look could be a lot more expensive. And then I have another rope vase to show you, which you might love, but it's more expensive than the Pottery Barn. These two cord vases are from Crate and Barrel, and one is $299.95 and the other is $399.95, so much more expensive than that $100 range on the Pottery Barn. But these are heavily featured on their website. They've been out, I think, for several months, but that was more in anticipation of the summer months coming, I believe. But it's just a great example to show you that sometimes the artisan pieces from Pottery Barn can be a steal if you consider the work and quality that went into them. Now, I have a copycat for you, but it's not exactly like the Pottery Barn, but I may as well share because you'd be saving, what, $90. This vase from At Home is by Ty Pennington. It's 7 inches tall, so half the size, but it's $6.99. It's on sale. I believe it's on clearance. There was a sister vase to this that was even less expensive and a little more petite, but it's sold out. Now, by the time you click on my link and try to go for this, hopefully it's not sold out for you, because I would imagine they had the same amount of inventory of both. So this could be close to that. But this was such a steal that I thought, wow, I do have to share this. It has a nautical rope embellishment on it. There are beautiful floral stems available at Pottery Barn, and these snowball stems, which are 49 inches, so that's super tall, these were used in a lot of images for the spring and summer, and there is a beautiful pink, but the one I'm focused on is the ivory because I do think ivory flowers throughout the home is a great idea. And we don't have to get into that right now. But this stem at Pottery Barn, just one stem, which comes with 7 snowballs on the stem, is $59.50 for one stem, okay? Now, I have what I would call definitely a dupe for you, and that's also from At Home. Let's take a look. This is the white hydrangea floral stem from At Home, and compare those prices. This one is $6.99 compared to the $59.50 of the Pottery Barn. I could see where the Pottery Barn stem is more exquisite and the At Home is not trying to be the exact same thing. I just found it and thought that it could do the same job for you. 49 inches for a stem is so long that you're probably going to have to bend it anyway or cut it, unless you're doing one of those full jobs where it's just extending so high and far throughout, which is the way Pottery Barn did it in many cases. If you ever need a stem to extend higher, you just grab some floral wire or just craft wire, and you want a gauge that is thick enough that it really could stand on it. You don't want the smallest version, and you just twist it around the bottom of the stem and cut it to the length that you want. I mean, as long as you don't have a glass vase. But okay, I wanted to say at Home, they have several other white flower stems that are long, and they are more affordable even than this. And I'm going to share a bunch of those at the end. I was shopping at the At Home store and I spotted this lamp, and I thought it would be attractive to a lot of you who like the California coastal aesthetic. And this one has a woven lampshade and then those really beautiful wood beads that are creating that design. It's so unique. So what I was thinking with this is sometimes that warm, minimal kind of California look can have everything looking so similar to others' homes, but this would be the piece that would kind of make you stand apart. So this is $89.99. And it's 27 inches high, so rather high. At the store, they're labeling it, not at the store, online, they're labeling it as a medium-sized lamp, but it's a tall lamp and perfect for bedside tables or to flank your sofa, whatever you want to do with this. But I think it would definitely meet the criteria for that look that I think a lot of you are going for. I thought some of you might like this one too, a gourd shaped lamp. It's a blue reactive glaze, and this one is 25 inches high, so 2 inches shorter than the one next to it. It looks even shorter than that, doesn't it? But that's what it says on the website. I double checked. Now it's $64.99. And I think that the blue and sandy colors together, very serene, but also is something that's super coastal. If you bought any of the paintings at Wayfair that had this sort of effect in it, these might be some nice lamps to put in the room, even if it's just on a dresser, not necessarily flanking the bed. It's a little bit petite to do a bed flank, but I just thought I would point that out. I know a lot of you bought art during the Wayfair sale. If you'll notice the cube that's in the center of the shot, that is a new purchase this week, and I really like it. I thought you might too. This is also from At Home, and this piece is $9.99. I feel like $9.99 is a little high for them for something that's a cube. However, I love the design on it, and I felt that it does coordinate well with a vase that I already own, and that's a great way to look at things when you're out shopping. If you find something that absolutely, undeniably coordinates with something else you have and it's a different size, well, you might just have to pick that up. So recommending this if you do have anything that has those shapes on it, either the chain link or geometric pattern, any of those. A lot of you picked up my fireplace in the Wayfair sale, and I thank you for that. So I was so glad that you guys seemed to like the look of it. I just wasn't sure how you would feel because it does seem a little modern. But thank you for getting that. And some of you got the cabinet that I suggested underneath of it. Now let's get back to the lamps. This is the last one. This is from the brand Found and Fable, which is one of their own brands, $49.99, and you're just getting the lamp base. In this case, it is a medium-sized lamp, and I like the color of the wood and the inlay. And this green and white lampshade was in the store that I stopped in, but it's not online anymore. I don't know why, but I do think this is a cute look for any season, but it would be a nice little update for summer. I also think at the holidays it could. I saw a holiday movie over the break that was British, and in the opening scene, there was this beautiful old home, and it had a green lampshade that had pleating in it. So it would give off the same effect that this one actually does, not just because it has pleating, but because of the stripes. Now, this lampshade I wanted to show you, $17.99. It's tapered and it's black. I'm going to link that. I feel like this is an easy update for a room. So I think I've mentioned that before. But if you feel like things are looking dated and you don't have a big budget to do updates, sometimes switching out your lampshades can just give you this instant makeover. I've seen this mirror in the At Home store before, and I don't know why I never shared it, but on this trip I was like, you know what? This has a lot of impact. It's large. It's 36 inches diameter. This one's by Ty Pennington, and it's $119.99. So it would be perfect over a console table, a dresser, just beautiful. Let's take a look at these woven vases. I've shown you this one before. This one is $34.99. You can get an urn-shaped woven vase at Pottery Barn right now for anywhere between $64 and $249. So that's a big savings. This one, priced at $39.99, has that water hyacinth look, and it's a little taller. And then we have this shorter but very round one. My sister-in-law just bought one of those and filled it with hydrangeas. We picked them out in the store together and it looked fantastic. We will divert, let's say pivot, to things that aren't woven after this one, okay? So this tray that I spotted on Amazon this week is a great dupe for a Pottery Barn tray and a Crate & Barrel tray as well. Crate & Barrel also has a bowl that's very cool looking, but this would be such a stylish way to serve some things for guests, but also just to gather things on a coffee table, gather things on a kitchen counter or island, or in your bathroom. You could have a few items, just I wouldn't use it somewhere that could get wet. But I think that gathering items is a great designer trick when things aren't kind of meshing together. It just looks like a lot of objects flat. Books can do that for you, trays can do it, a lot of things can. But this one would be a really beautiful choice. Pottery Barn has this really fun marble clock. So it's $99 for a real marble piece. It has the brass accents, and I love the arch of it. So this is only 8 inches high. I kind of wish it was taller, but I think it's such a beautiful item. I mean, I would love to have it. They used to have a half moon marble clock, very modern. They don't have that in stock anymore, and that was a while ago, I guess. But I found this alternative at Home Depot. This one is $23.69 compared to the $99. It's 6 and change inches high compared to the 8 inches high, and doesn't have that cool arch, but it still is very modern and fun. Has such a similar look. And with the brass time, what are they called? I don't remember. Who cares? My niece says that a lot. Who cares? So this would be a nice savings with a very similar look. This design find had a big impact on me this week, and I wanted to share. So this is a super large painting. It's 72 inches tall, 54 inches wide. It's $799. I think it's well worth it. It's a beautiful work of art, and this is sold by CB2. So it inspired me to finally take care of something in my own home this week. I have a large scale painting that has gold leaf on it. That was in when I bought the painting. I hung it proudly, but I just felt like over time the gold leaf thing wasn't working for me. And I've been meaning to paint over it. I almost thought about standing right on my couch and doing it a few times, but I took it down. And I did kind of a swirl motion like they did on that painting. I know it doesn't look anything like the other painting. I wasn't trying, but I wanted to, instead of just doing the strikes of gold leaf that it has that are so separated, I wanted it to flow all together. So I did. And the color that I chose is a parchment acrylic paint, and you can do the same exact thing. You just buy a bottle of acrylic paint and some sponges. Any size will do, but usually a medium size would do best for you. And you can get those at Target, Walmart, Michael's, so many places. But I ended up using that same color paint since I bought it in a multitude of different paintings that are just a work in progress. I'm going to add other colors. But this one, this painting, I showed you at Christmas time, and I did it quickly. I liked the way the colors looked, but I knew it needed something else. So I did a creamy swirl and an extra line in it. And I know that these are not like expert works of art, but I think I'm going to drop in right now a few of my other paintings that actually represent something more, you know, shapes and items, so that you can see I actually do know how to paint, because those were a little embarrassing, but they're in style. Last week I showed you some really fun design finds at Boscov's. I want to give you an update. So you know that I returned my gold Bombay flatware for this more sleek, modern type, and I didn't think a lot of you would like this. And that's okay. We all don't have to have the exact same taste. A lot of times this is just about design principles and savings on things that are popular. But I wanted to show you these in my house because I actually am super happy with them. I do have modern black dishes, and I think they look great next to them. I thought it might be too much, but it looks good. Here I'm just showing you them in the drawer, because I'll show you them again at some point when I'm doing a nice dinner. But someone kind of likes all of this attention, and I think they're darker than they looked in the package once they're in my home, and shiny, because sometimes I feel like a matte black flatware has been in for a while. I just don't like the idea of that feeling while I'm eating. I don't know why. That's just me. But I thought these worked better for me for that reason. So I hope you like them too. And these will be linked in this video as well, in case you're a fan. But let's take a look at the brass ones again, because I think they might suit most people's needs better. Some of you bought the basketware Falls Craft dishes. You know, the gold flatware would look better with those. But the gold flatware looks better at the holidays, I feel like, and it looks great with traditional china plus your everyday china, as long as the colors are working together. So I think the gold is probably better for most people, and this is still on sale, and I'll link it, and I think these are very beautiful. But the point is, you're getting all of that those serving pieces, you know, with this. So I thought it was a good deal. I have something that actually is a fantastic deal for you, and that is this new sculpture from CB2. It has a discount introductory price at $67, and that's a great price considering, which you don't know this yet, it's 22 inches in diameter, so it is a massive sculpture. Now, you can lay it down and put it on a coffee table, and it could be like the only thing on there, but like a wow piece. Or you could do a plinth, and that's marble, or maybe a wood pedestal, something modern and sleek. It could be round, it could be, you know, square top, but something to put in the corner. And that I'm looking in my corner thinking, yeah, that would look good there. So just, I thought that was a great design value for you. At this point, why don't we briefly page through the different white stems that I mentioned before. And if you don't mind, you'll do that to some relaxing music, and I'll be right back. I want to thank you for watching Happiest Places Home, the interior design channel. If you wouldn't mind using the links if you saw anything in this video that you loved. If you purchase through my link, I get a very small commission, and it completely helps this channel going forward. So I appreciate that in advance. And for those of you who have already done so at any point, thank you.